This is Abdullah Kashmula, class CIS 113, database management using SQL. This is the 4th week assignment, walk through the instance. This is our database where it contains 3 types of data, which is data files, control files, and redo logs. And this is the instance which is system global area, where it contains the database buffer, shared cache, shared pool, redo logs buffer, and these are our processes that controls the instance. This is Abdullah Kashmula, class CIS 113, database management using SQL. This is the 4th week assignment, walk through the instant. This is our database, which consists of 3 types of data files, control files, and redo logs. And this is a system global area, which is in the instant, where it contains data buffer, cache, shared pool, redo log files, and this is our processes, which is monitoring and doing the writing, reading, and monitoring the instance. This is the system monitor. So what it does is it monitors the system, and in case it crashes, it performs the recovery and also schedule tasks. This is the process monitor, where it watches the processes, and in case any process is terminated or ended, it terminate that process, or any process is being run by a user and that user has crashed, then it ends its processes. The recovery, this is the part where it does the recovery. It also does cleanup and auto cleanup for the failed processes or transactions. And this is the database buffer cache, and this is where the loaded data from the database is stored to be used by the user or to make any changes. And after making the changes, it sends a redo log buffer. It updated in the redo log buffer. And share pool is where the dictionary cache or system, which is the system metadata, is stored, the recent ones. It also stores the recent searches and results that is being made in case it's going to be used again. And it's the same for the database. It stores the recent data that is being used or used by the user, so that it doesn't have to read it every time from the database in case it is going to be used again. The redo log, any changes made to the data, then it's gonna have to make a log about the changes, which is gonna write it later in the redo logs. The database writer, after the changes has been made to the data, it's gonna be written to the data files in the database. So it's gonna go through the data writer, which is gonna task the writing so that it doesn't happen in real time in case the database was busy. The checkpoint, every time we make changes to the files or reading changes sorry, every time we make changes to the file files, the checkpoint is gonna make sure that the changes are gonna make it made to the data and the redo logs at the same time, so that it doesn't lose any track. And we have the log writer, so whenever there is a log changes in the buffer, it's gonna go through the log files and it's gonna be updated in the redo files and the control files for these changes. And we have the archive, so any changes after the changes has been written on the database, the archive is gonna check it and update it and archive it, so that it's can be recovered later.